Hey guys, welcome to Not So Random Chat, the nighttime live stream where we talk about whatever we want to. So, settle in and grab you a libation. It could be your wine or tea or coffee or whatever you want to drink. And let's just sit back and chill. I'll be with you in a moment. Are you guys ready? Okay, well, so am I. So let's get into it. Here I come. Hola! From the West Side. Happy Monday, everybody. And tonight I am broadcasting both on my YouTube and on my Twitter. So I've checked, and we are live on both platforms. So welcome. If you are watching me on Twitter, and welcome on YouTube. Hey, Angel. So it has been an interesting weekend. It's been kind of crazy in our country and really like around the world, really, as far as violence. Hey, One Community. We had more shootings and more deaths over the weekend in several parts of the country. You know, we really need to pray for Chicago. I think there were like 13 people shot there. Let me come on camera, you guys. Hold on. Hey, everybody. So, let me turn this way, y'all, because we're not watching my son. We're not watching my son. So, yeah. And yesterday, while I was at church service at my church, one of the members of my church is from Nigeria. And while we were, when we came to church, he, shared with us that there was a shooting at a Roman Catholic church in Nigeria yesterday. And we also had shootings at graduations.
Like, yo, what is really going on? Our children aren't safe when they're graduating. We're not safe when we go to church. We're not safe when we go to a hospital. We're not safe when we go to the grocery store. You know, doing the lockdown and all of the things that were happening globally and here in our own country, there was a much lower amount of crime, even though people feared that during that time that people would get to desperate measures and, you know, crime would go up. But that's not what happened. That's not what happened. But now we are on the other side, so to speak. And we've got people, some of whom have mental health issues. That are not doing random, because this isn't random, because they're it's not like they're shooting up in the middle of a crowd. They're picking churches, they're picking hospitals, they're picking grocery stores, they're picking graduations and schools. As I told you guys last week, there was a shooting as kids were getting out of high school at a high school here in Southern California. So probably not. I'll just let it do what it's gonna do until it cuts off. So sorry. I'm usually like listening to it in an earphone, and the earphone's about to go out. Because I've been listening to it all day. I mean, this is just some crazy stuff. No, this went out, I think, finally. No? Okay, so this is gonna be distracting, y'all. Give me a second. All right. Listen to the sound. I'm, checking my sound, making sure you guys can hear me on Twitter and on YouTube. Because I want to hear what y'all are hearing. So, I mean, this has been like really, really crazy, and we are about to go into the summer, and I think that it's going to be a hot summer, and not in a good way. I think that it's going to be a hot summer as far as people are going to act as a fool. And the crime is going to continue to go up. Hey, Chef Disaster. It's going to continue to go up. This is, I've been having issues with some of my technical issues with certain things. Like this weekend, you guys, I was working on content, and it was just like the edit demons were messing with my stuff. So I finally just had to delete videos out of my edit software, and I just gotta do them over. That's what I gotta do. So that has brought me to the decision that we're going to need to upgrade our equipment. So initially over the weekend, I've also been, searching around, y'all, because, I'm a Mac girl over here. And I've been looking at the new all-in-one Mac that they have. So been pricing. I think, I'm going to get one. I found one where I don't have to pay the entire $2,000 in one swoop. And I also don't have to put it on my freaking credit card. Same difference. So there's a few ones that allow you to do kind of like rent to own, or they allow you to do 90 days, same as cash. So I'm looking at some of those options. So the goal is that we will have, a 2022 computer, which will allow me to bring up the quality of my live streaming production, because I'll actually be able to use green screen. Additionally, I'll be able to do better editing, because there's editing softwares that I can't use on my phone or on my iPad. And my current laptop, even though it's a Mac, it's just too damn old. So yeah, we're going to be upgrading that, and then that will allow me to do some things. Like, it'll allow me to move all of my videos that I've done, all my production stuff. I'll be able to take all of that, take it and put it on a external hard drive, so that if anything explodes, I have all my stuff. It'll also allow me to be able to do some things that I haven't been able to do with some of the software that I'm able to use on my phone and on my iPad. Because I'm trying to take my channel production and content to the next level, without having a full editing team, and with it just being me. And I have all of this stuff that I want to produce, but I just need more equipment and better equipment. So that's what we're going to be moving towards, because that's also going to be stuff that I'm going to have to use for my other streams of income. Because, a lot of these businesses or things that I do, like work from home things that are on the side, I need a better computer. I need a better computer, And, I've just been holding off on doing it. But I can do it. It will help with other things that I'm doing besides YouTube. My music, my, writing, all of that. So, gotta do all of that. And my goal is to have the new, system by next month. And once I have it, then I'm going to be campaigning, and be doing a lot of stuff, that hopefully will bring more viewers, bring more AdSense, all of that kind of stuff to my channel, because, other things in place that I want to have in place to just bring up the quality of my video, so I can be a better videographer. Let's see. Hey, 1SP. So that's what I'm working on, and that also will help with the lifestyle videos that I'm doing on the channel, like if my cooking videos that I'm going to be doing, or just things that I'm doing in life, period, you know, painting, crafting, all that stuff. Speaking of things that I'm doing in life, so I have rehearsal tonight, you guys. This was our second rehearsal for this movie. I have really got to work on my character, because I was thinking that they wanted me to tone down some of the comedic or the exaggeration that I was doing for the stage, but they want me to take it even further for the movie. So I got some work to do on my character. You know, and on my line delivery and how I deliver my lines. Yeah, that one. So I'm working on it, y'all. Also, I do think that we will be live streaming on Wednesday, because I was invited to a party, a karaoke party. And it's a friend of mine who's turning 50. So I think I'm going to go. And it's at the same time that I would normally be live streaming. But what I will probably do is, you know, turn it into a vlog, you know, of some content. So, you know, because I'm a vlogger. And that'll be perfect for my lifestyle part. And, you know, maybe I'll actually include, you know, me doing some karaoke. We'll see. That's what I'm thinking about doing on Wednesday. So, with that being said, I may come on tomorrow. I definitely won't be on Thursday, because Thursday I have rehearsal. But I may come on tomorrow. I know I won't be on Wednesday. Or I may do an earlier live stream on Wednesday. Because I really want to go to Bible study tomorrow. In person. So, yeah, I think that maybe I'll come on early. So maybe I will have a live stream on Wednesday, because instead of coming on like after midnight, East Coast time, maybe I'll do it like around 6 or 6:30 my time, to be like 9 or 9:30 East Coast time. And then I can come on for a little bit before I go out, talk to you guys, you know, talk about stuff that's going on. And then, yeah, go out and do some oki. So, in the celebrity world, we have the breaking up of Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan. And we have people like going wild about this stuff, especially over in the Manosphere. Hi, Manosphere. I see you guys out there acting an effing fool about this. First y'all were saying he was a simp for getting with her, and now y'all are calling, you know, saying she, you know, all kinds of stuff in regards to if it was a real relationship. Okay, so let's be clear. I think it was a real relationship. Okay, Here's the reason why. You ain't never heard this girl claim none of these other people in between her and that race car driver that she was engaged to. I think that she's just 25. And we know that in all reality, even though we are adults, 25 is really when you are really actually a full-fledged adult. And I think he at 35 is ready for marriage. And she at 25 is not ready to get married. You know, so poof, there goes that Kevin Samuels little point that's been out there, huh? For you older men going after these 20-something-year-olds, they not ready to get married. Most of them aren't. If they do get married, it's not going to last because they're not who they are really going to be. Not yet. Now, I got married to my son's dad, my ex-husband, in my 20s, but I was over 25. I didn't get married until my late 20s. Got married before 30, but I think I was 28 when I got married. But at 25, yeah. Because you're just like a couple of years out of college. In addition, this girl just started a skincare line. She's trying to make a name for herself, you know, be secure in who she is. And she's not ready to just be somebody's wife. She still has a little bit of, you know, she has some life to live. I mean, let's think about that. He's already been through his 20s and, you know, through his, you know, sowing his oats and everything, you know, and I guess he's looking at himself at 35 and realizing that it's time for him to settle down. And I'm not saying she's not the person that he will eventually settle down with, but it ain't happening now. Hey, Miss Mahogany. And shouts out, you know, to, you know, Lori Harvey, you know, and Michael B. Jordan for when, you know, when they reached this crossroads, if they weren't in the same place, you know, even though they care about each other, you know, for letting each other go. And if they are the right persons for each other, then when she's ready, he'll be there. You know, but this way, it's not any confusion. If he's waiting around, he's not waiting around because she's leaving him on that she's going to be ready anytime soon. And I don't think she's going to be ready to get married anytime soon. And maybe she's, you know, as I said, like she's just not, you know, ready for all that goes into a marriage. Yeah, he's a good man, but she still got life to live. And check this out. She has options. And she knows this. She knows it. Let me see what you guys are saying. Exactly, Miss Mahogany. She's, you know, if they had gotten, you know, engaged, I don't think that it would have led to marriage at this point, because she's clearly not ready for marriage. And I don't agree in these long ass engagements, no matter what age you are. You know, people who are engaged for 5 years, what is that? Do you really want to get married? If you get married, if you get engaged, you know, in my opinion, you should be married within 12 months. Or by 12 months. And if you're older, like me, it shouldn't take you 12 months. From the engagement point, you know. But in her age range, yeah. Ain't nobody talking about getting, I don't even understand the even 2-year engagements. Because no matter how long you put out an engagement, once you're married, I don't care what anybody says, it is different. It's different. You know? And I think, if nothing else, see, this is a girl who's not thirsty to get married. And she also is confident that if she got a marriage proposal from him, and remember she got a marriage proposal from someone else before, that if she's meant to get married, she'll get another marriage proposal. She's only 25. She ain't 55. She ain't, 35, 45. She ain't hitting no walls. She got plenty of time. Shouts out to her mom. Shouts out to Marjorie. Think about it. Even though she's not Steve Harvey's biological daughter, I think that he's probably relieved that she's not getting married right now either. I think we all could, we can all concede that. So, all these rumors going around about, her being a beard is just a bunch of BS. I don't believe it. Why do y'all always have to go there when it's a black man? He hasn't gotten married yet. Okay. Now, if we were talking about someone if he was 50, you know, I don't know, maybe then you might question. But have y'all noticed that nobody have y'all heard anybody out here questioning Hill Harper, who's in his 50s, ain't been married? Nobody's out here saying that he plays for the other team. Why y'all saying it about Michael B. Jordan? I'm just wondering. Hey, Terry. I think that in this relationship with Lori Harvey, I think he did maturing, and he saw in her what he wants in somebody that he wants to spend the rest of his life with. And I'm not saying that she didn't see that in him, but she's not ready to take it to that level. He gonna be okay. She gonna be okay. You know, stop with all the rumors, because let me just tell y'all something. His team is on it. Y'all get out there and start saying anything in regards to this man, disparaging about his character, or, you know, saying something that he has not said in regards to his own sexuality. Yeah. His PR team is ready for y'all. They've already sent out warnings to several bigger content creators. So yeah, letting y'all know that. But see, this is that thinking that a woman should marry the first man who asked her. Now that might be okay for some women, because maybe they meet the love of their life, you know, as a child, and they grow up with that person, or maybe they're just blessed, and the first person who asked them to marry them is the right person and it's the right time. But gentlemen, most of us are probably not going to accept the first proposal that we get. Or even if we do accept the proposal, we may not get married to that person. I can tell you that when I was between the ages of 21 and 25, I wasn't thinking about being nobody's wife. I didn't start thinking about marriage until I was over the age of 25. I met my ex-husband when I was 26. We got engaged when I was 27. And I got married when I was 28. You know, because, you know, I was crazy, y'all, back then. I had specific goals things that I wanted to do by certain ages. Like, I wanted to be married before I was 30. And I was. And that was, I'm married to the right person, but But my son was born within wedlock, and he's not a mistake. So, I think, hey, six figures, I think that you guys are, looking at Lori and this. I see what y'all thinking, but have y'all ever heard of women dating and not sleeping with every man that they date? And why are y'all concerned about who she's dating and how many men she's dated? Why are people always concerned about women's body counts? Shouts out to Jovi Beauty, who did a wonderful expose today on this. And I knew she would. Now I know there's those out there who think that their relationship wasn't real. You go on and go with that theory over there. But why do you think that the relationship wasn't real? Everyone assumes that because you saw him with other women before that were non-black, that he didn't like black women. Could it be that maybe he just hadn't met one that he was interested in the circles that he's in Hollywood? Hey, Sarah. I don't think that, first of all, I don't think that they would have been together for all of this time if the whole reason he was dating her was to, make black women love him again. Because black women didn't care. People who were just his fans, like, we didn't care. We didn't care. Some have written him off because they just figured he just wasn't on this side. Well, now you know he is. But here's something I'll tell you that you probably, I doubt that you're gonna see him with somebody else real quick. You might see her with somebody else real quick, but I don't think you're gonna see him with somebody else real quick. And you might not see her with anybody either. You may see them both just kind of doing their own thing. That's what you might see. You guys are saying. Exactly, six figures. And that's the thing. That's what people are not understanding. In the Hollywood circles and those circles, it's not a whole lot of us. So they're going to look at who's around them. Denzel got with Pauletta before he was Denzel Washington. Samuel L. Jackson got with Tanya before he was Samuel L. Jackson. But, you know, Michael B. Jordan, you know, this is who he's around. Think about it. When Kevin Hart cheated on his wife and, you know, got with the woman that he's with now, there weren't a whole bunch of black women around in those circles that he was hanging in. Not once he got into the movie circles, you know. And that's the same thing with athletes in sports. We're not black women. We're not around in those circles and everything. I'm not saying that there aren't black women in those circles. I'm just saying there's not a whole bunch of us. It's not a whole bunch of us. So when it's not a whole bunch of us, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, exactly. I know who her mama is. You know, but I think that the relationship was real. I just don't think that it was at that place for Lori. You know, and here's the thing. If somebody asks you to marry them and then you say no, why would you still be with them after that point? If they're ready to get married and you're not ready to get married, there's no point of you being together. Time to go. Time to go. That's what you guys are saying. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're calling her a 304 because they're making assumptions that everything that all of these high profile men that you have seen her with, that she was intimate with. I'm like, let me just say something. Even ordinary women, even women who are not like socialites, when we're in those age groups, you know, whether you believe it or not, the majority of black girls who date around, they're not sleeping with those men. That's why they're dating around. Some men, once they see they're not gonna get none, if that's all they want, they gone. You know, I remember when I was in college. This is crazy. I'll tell y'all a little college story. So when I was in college, before I pledged Delta, I was a Kappa sweetheart. And I was dating one of the Kappas. I think I might have told Parkins before. I was dating one of the Kappas. And I'm like a sophomore in college, so I'm like, what, 19? And these people, oh, and on top of that, the first semester of my sophomore year, I was still in a relationship with my boyfriend from back home. So I need to, I get involved with the Kappas, and I'm dating one of the Kappas. Don't you know everybody thought I was sleeping with this man? Everybody thought we were sleeping together. Rest in peace, because he's, we were friends until his death, But I wasn't ready for that, you know. And he was cool waiting, and it just never happened during our entire relationship. When we were together for about 8 months. He even drove across the country to come see me at home in DC on summer break. Yeah. And then, you know, like when I was in my 20s, yeah, I was dating guys, but, you know, I wasn't sleeping with every that first guy. Yeah. I know. Y'all know your girl DC is a church girl, right? Y'all know I was one of the church girls. I know they say church girls are the worst, but yeah, no, I was trying to be right. So I wasn't sleeping with all these. Yeah. God. And I was dating a lot of guys that were church guys. I mean, my ex-husband was a church guy, okay? Church. So yeah, you know, so we ain't supposed to be 4 So I was trying to be right. I was trying to be good most of the time. So, you know, I wasn't sleeping with everybody that I went out with. I was kind of particular about who I gave my body to. It just wasn't for everybody, you know. And I don't know why y'all think that just because someone goes out with someone that they gotta have sex with them. They must have sex with them. Everybody not having sex. You know? You know? Some young women actually know their value, and they're not out there giving a piece of their soul to everybody. Because every person that you sleep with, you give them a little of your essence, and you get a little of their essence. And you don't want everybody's essence. I promise you do not. You know? So, I'm sure, you know? And here's the thing. People are making all these assumptions, but y'all don't hear nobody saying that this girl is sleeping around with all of these people. Nobody is saying none of that stuff. You know? Y'all make that assumption about her. But did anybody make those assumptions? Did everybody assume that all of these guys that Paris Hilton was dating, that, you know, she was sleeping with them, you know? I know y'all think that, you know, white girls are freaks and that they do everything, but, you know, seriously. Everybody's not out there getting it on with every person that they go out with. Only people that do that is people who don't value themselves. Here's one thing I bet you she didn't do. I bet you she didn't sleep with Future. I bet you she didn't sleep with Future. You know? What's it? They plenty of guys that never had sex. Exactly, Miss Mahogany. Like, who are these? Like, who are these women that y'all are thinking about? What kind of women are these? You know, do any of you men have daughters? Is that what you think your daughter's gonna be like? Sleep with every boy or every guy that she dates? So why are you guys making this assumption about this young lady? She doesn't even carry herself like that. Yet y'all are all in there trying to figure out her body count. Must not be an issue, or this dude, she's had 2 proposals. By age 25, she's had 2 men propose marriage to her. And y'all worried about this girl's body count. She's on her way to being a multi-millionaire. But y'all are worried about her body count. Y'all worried about the body count. That's what y'all are worried about. That's really important. She don't look used, so clearly, you know, that's the thing. If that's what you were doing, you doing all of that stuff, you can see it. Because let me give you an example. As beautiful a girl as Corinne Steffens was, you could see that she was a pass around. It was all over her. It was all over her. Y'all want to make this girl have some body count and all this stuff because y'all want to put her in a bad light because it has to be something wrong with her, or it has to be something wrong with him. It can't just be that she ain't ready to get married and he is, so that's not going to work. No relationship. Let's see, in my 20s, I spent a lot of time at the barracks. Special money, yeah. Kevin Hart called his own daughter a 304. Yeah, Kevin Hart has issues though. I don't know why he called his own daughter a 304. That's crazy. That's crazy. And we also lost a rapper this weekend. He was dating some girl. I think it was Trouble. Got to her house, her ex came, there was an altercation, and he shot homeboy. Shot him in his chest, and he was pronounced dead. Well, this happened in the ATL, I believe. That was crazy. And then I believe during the week, was it during the week? It was, or like right before that, another rapper in the ATL's mother was murdered by her husband, who then committed suicide. Black femicide. Now I'm like in my head, I'm trying to understand these men who murder their significant others and then turn around and commit suicide. Like, what? Prayers to the families of both of these, young men. Prayers to Trouble, whose parents have to bury their son. And I can't think of the other young man's name, who has to bury his mother, and I believe that was his stepfather, because it was her husband. Let me see. Oh yeah. I know Jovi didn't know it 304 minutes this morning. That was so funny. Yeah. My goddaughter told me what it meant a while back, so I knew what it meant. But so we lost. Let me see who this other one was, because I know I posted that. Let me see. It was Metro Boomin. That's the rapper whose mother was murdered by her husband. And then the rapper Trouble was in a DV incident and is no longer here. My brother is down in the ATL area, and I just be praying and praying and praying, because it's just some crazy stuff that's going on down in that area. And my brother is not no little dude. He can't blend into the crowd. He's like 6'6", and he's dark chocolate, so that don't blend in. Oh, and then he got the good hair. Yeah, as they call it, which is basically, you know, what you're hearing is curly instead of kinky. Yeah. My son would have that too if I would let his hair grow out. But we won't be going through that. Come on, say hi. Say hi. Okay. Yeah, it's hot in here, y'all. So I got on this bustier. You know, I wonder if Faith would say that I'm a Jezebel because of how I dress. You know, I got on a bustier and, you know, my tatas. You know, I got a little cleavage showing and stuff. And, you know, but they got that all twisted about this Jezebel, you know, and this better class of woman. Okay. These women need to go take a look at who Jezebel in the Bible actually was, and they need to understand the fact that there were two. The original, who was married to the king of Israel, and, you know, what was going on with her had nothing to do with what she wore. I'm like, are you guys okay? What do you think a queen would be wearing? Do you think she was dressed like a call girl, you know, or, you know, someone who was a lady of the evening in the time, you know, a couple thousand years ago? Is that what y'all think? You know, I mean, I realize that, you know, as in using this, you said you're not religious, and this has nothing to do with religion. This has to do with understanding the historical person who you are referring to and who she really was. Because, see, they like to talk about, you know, her sleeping with these other people and everything, but that really wasn't what was going on. That really wasn't all that was going on. And then the second time that someone is called Jezebel, this is someone who called themselves a prophetess. And her way of seducing was through false teachings. Yeah, so if we're gonna talk about being a better class of woman, and we're gonna use Jezebel as an example, I think we need to go back and check out who Jezebel was. That was free. That was free. You know. And also keep in mind that the books of the Bible were written by men. That's all about that part. But yeah, you need to really read. You need to study up on that if you're going to use that when you're trying to talk about this better woman. I'm going to talk about that more because the whole situation is just crazy. Because the people who are making these claims, it's like you still on probation for beating up your child, who apparently is an adult on the spectrum. So I'm side-eyeing you. You know, because me, as somebody who knows I'm that better class of woman, you know, not a baby mama, didn't have no kids out of wedlock, not a teenage mom. Ain't never been to jail. I certainly haven't been in violent situations with my children or my child. Yeah, that kind of stuff. I don't know. You know, I wasn't a party girl. I wasn't out hanging out in the streets, you know. Grew up in a house with both my parents. But I'm not on here judging nobody by how they dress. Because it's hypocrisy. Because really, when they tried to level this, they were going after one person, but then it ended up calling out everybody, including themselves, on this better class of women. We'll see how that works. I'm gonna do some studying. Shouts out to the Unicorn, who did put out some stuff in regards to Jezebel, and the irony of it is that was what the word was about yesterday at church, about Jezebel, the second one, the one in the book of Revelations, who called herself a prophetess. You know, that's the Jezebel. You know, that's the harlot. You know, that they're talking about in Revelations. Okay, so yeah. Anyway, you guys, I'm about to get out of here. I've been on here for about an hour. It's late. I'm going to be in a training for the next 2 days. But yeah, I think I'll come on early on Wednesday so that I can still do a Wednesday live. Just won't do it at my normal time, so look out for that. And shouts out to everyone who's seeing this on Twitter. If you want to see this on a regular, come on over to my YouTube channel, DCB Purple Diva, and subscribe and double hit that bell so that you are notified of all my new content. I'll see you guys on Wednesday for the next live stream. Hopefully between now and then, I'm able to get at least one of the videos that I had to recreate over the weekend up and out for you guys. But if I don't get it out between now and then, it's because I'm still trying to recreate it. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to, get over here and grab my outro. Thank God StreamYards is acting right now. It was tripping last week, but it seems to be acting cool this week. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Until then, I'm going to be on early. Don't forget that part. Until then, I offer you guys peace and blessings from the West Side. I'm out, you guys. Peace.
Well, guys, that's it for tonight's Not So Random Chat. But I'll see you guys the next time. Until then, peace and blessings from the West Side.